All right, then. This is another round of the 10-minute warm-up, and we're going to take this quite a bit into the hips and the inner thighs as well. So to get this started, go ahead and bring yourself to a seat. And in yoga, this would be Baddha Konasana. I want you to bring the soles of the feet together, keep your knees out wide. And then just keep the feet in front of you here. And just to warm this up, I want you to bring your hands outside your hips, about shoulder width, fingertips to the sides. Push down, stay lifted between your shoulders so your butt's up off the floor. And then just press your hips toward your heels. And then come back. And just keep moving forward and back like this. Now, as you're moving, try to keep the toes curled away from each other, feet together. Pull your knees out to the sides and just go back and forth. And if your hips are tight, the knees will probably be pretty high. Keep trying to pull them out to the sides. And keep in mind, you're just loosening things up here to start. All right, and then the next time you pull away from your heels, just set yourself down. And then keep the feet together. Go ahead, slide them forward, make a longer diamond shape with your legs. Reach your arms forward, round your spine as much as you can, and then let's roll this all the way down to the floor. And just take this down as lightly as possible. Now, once you're down, bring your arms down to your sides, and keep your feet together and your knees wide like this, but pull the heels in close. So as you draw the heels in, we're going to take this to a bridge variation. So I want you to pull in so you can get your low back as flat as possible while you're down. And just keep your arms at your sides. Keep the knees pulled out wide. And let's go ahead and take this up and down. Look up toward the ceiling. So with an inhale, pressing your feet, lift your hips, knees are still wide. And then exhale, roll your spine down. Inhale, press this up high again. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, press your hips high. Exhale, roll this down. Inhale, lift your hips up again. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, press your hips high. And then exhale, lower. With your next inhale, lift up one more time. Hold here. Now keep your glutes squeezing. Still pull the knees wide and keep breathing. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, roll your spine down. Now once you're down, just go ahead and set your feet flat. And that was external rotation of the hips. We're going to work a little bit internal rotation here. So with your feet on the floor, step your feet out a little bit wider than your hips, heels out toward the sides and big toes angled in towards center. Try to squeeze the knees toward each other. And they don't have to touch, but keep your arms at your sides and take this up and down with the knees moving towards center. So with an inhale, press your feet, lift your hips, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, roll this down. Inhale, press your hips high. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, lift your hips up again. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, press your hips high. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, roll this down. Inhale, press your hips high. And exhale, lower. Inhale, bring your hips up again. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, press up one more time. Hold here. Now keep your glutes squeezing. Pull the knees toward each other. Keep lifting your hips and just breathe. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, bring it back down. Now once you're down, bring your knees to your chest. Hands to knees, squeeze in. Lift your head and shoulders and bring your nose up close to your knees. Now go ahead and cross at the ankles. Roll this forward to a seat. And then once you're up, we're going to set this up to a boat pose variation. So with your legs side to side, go ahead and lean back, lift your feet up off the floor. Try to sit this up tall. Now arms at your sides, bring the shins toward parallel with the floor. And we're going to go back and forth, moving from this position. So I want you to bring your left foot behind your right leg. And then just take it slow. Roll forward, left shin down, right foot down, left hand to the floor. Now stay low. Lift your seat up off the mat. Reach forward, touch down with your right hand. And then come back to your seat with your legs together. Let's take it on the other side. Right foot behind your left leg. Roll forward, right shin down, right hand down. Now lift your seat, reach forward with the left hand, touch the floor. And then come back to center, back to boat. Now, if you want to make it harder, left foot behind the right leg. Roll forward, left shin down, right foot down. Set your left hand down. Now lift your seat, reach forward and touch down with the right hand. To take it further, lift your left leg, touch the left knee to your right leg. And then come back down and back to your seat. And you can take either version. Right foot behind your left leg. Roll forward, right shin down, right hand down. Lift your seat, reach with the left hand and touch the floor. And then maybe lift the right leg, bring that knee to the left. And then come back down and back to boat. So whichever version you like, let's go back and forth. Left foot behind your right leg. Roll this forward, reach forward, stay low. And then bring it back to center, back to boat. Right foot behind your left leg. Roll forward, right hand down, reach with the left hand. And then come back to center with your legs together. Left foot behind the right leg. Roll forward, reach forward, touch down, stay low inside the right leg. Bring it back down with your legs together. Right foot behind your left leg, roll forward. Reach with the left hand, stay low. And then bring it back to center, back to boat, a few more rounds. Left foot behind the right leg. Roll forward, reach with the right hand, touch down. Bring it back to center, legs together. Right foot behind your left leg. Roll forward, reach forward, stay low here. And then back to center, legs together again. Left foot behind the right leg. Roll forward, reach with the right hand, touch down. Bring it back to center, back to boat. Right foot behind the left leg, roll forward, reach forward, keep it low. Back to center with your legs together, one more round. Left foot behind the right leg. Roll forward, reach forward, stay low here. Come back to center, both legs together. Right foot behind your left leg. Roll forward, reach forward, keep it low. Back to center and back to boat, and just hold here. Draw the thighs in close, press your low back forward. And then take an inhale. With the exhale, cross at the ankles, come forward to all fours. Now once you're in all fours, you can shake your legs out a little bit if you need to. And then let's go ahead and take this into a wrist stretch here. So why don't you slide your hands close, maybe about 1 or 2 hands lengths forward your knees. So bring it as close as you like. With your palms down, rotate your fingertips out to the side and then in toward your knees as far as you can go. So set your hands flat, spread your fingers out wide, dig your fingertips down. Press your spine up toward the ceiling. And actually bring the knees even closer. So right in front of your fingertips. Now go back and forth from here. Shoulders forward, pull the elbows in. And then press back up the straight. And just keep moving back and forth like that. Now keep your fingers gripping. Keep your hands tense. You don't have to lower too far. But then the next time you come forward and bend the elbows, hold this. And see how much weight you can keep on your hands. Now keep your hands tense like this. And then see about taking this further. As you hold with the fingertips down, lift the right knee out to the side as high as you can go. And then bring that knee to the floor. Lift your left knee out to the side. And set it back down. Right knee out to the side again. And then bring it back to the floor. Left knee out to the side. And then set it back down. Right knee out to the side one more time. And bring the knee down. Bring your left knee out to the side. And then set the knee. Come up onto the fingertips and down to sitting on your heels and take a moment. Shake your hands out. Loosen up your fingers and loosen up your wrists. Now once the hands are ready, come back to all fours. And then from here, I want to take it to a forearm plank. So I want you to bring both forearms down to the floor. Now, once your forearms are down, press your hands into the floor. Now, you can keep the forearms parallel with the palms down and push the hands together. Just keep the elbows at shoulder width. Step your feet back, bring your body into line. Now, hold on to this here, hands pressing down, keep your spine lifted. And just go back and forth one leg at a time. Now, bring your left knee forward toward your left shoulder, close as you can go. And then step back. Right knee toward the right shoulder. And then step back. Left knee forward for 2. Step it back. Bring your right knee forward. And then step back. Now left knee forward for 3. Step it back. Bring your right knee forward. And then step back. Left knee forward for 4. Step it back. Bring your right knee forward. And then step back. Left knee forward for 5. Last one. Step it back. Right knee forward. And then step back. Now you're still in that forearm plank. Step your feet out of hips width distance apart. And then roll your heels right and come up onto your left hand. Keep your hips lifted. Now it's good enough to stay here, but if you can take it further, keep your hips high and keep your left foot pressing down. And then from underneath, step your right foot forward. And then step it back. Right knee forward. Step it back again. Right foot forward one more time. And then step back. And then come back to center to the forearm plank. Now take it on the other side. Roll your heels left. Come up onto your right hand. Keep your hips lifted good enough to stay here. If you can take it further, keep the right foot pressing down. And then step your left foot forward from underneath. And then step back. Left foot forward. And then step back again. Left foot forward. Step back one more time. Left foot forward. And then come back to center to that forearm plank. And go and set your knees down. And come up to all fours. From all fours, just move around for a moment. And then just see that your hands are shoulder width. Grip the floor with your fingers. Now, come up onto your feet. And then walk your feet in. Now, I want to take a version of crow pose here without quite taking the arm balance. So I want you to lift your heels, sink your hips low, bring the knees outside your arms, and squeeze your legs in towards center. So you're using your inner thighs. Now, keep that tension with the legs squeezing in. And then just look down. Keep your weight on your toes, heels lifted. Lift your hands up off the floor, maybe an inch. and just go back and forth. Bring the weight to your hands, and maybe come to the tips of your toes, maybe lift, and then bring the weight to the feet, lift your hands. Come forward to the hands, and then down to the feet. Forward to the hands, and bring your toes back down. Forward to your hands, legs squeezing in, and bring your toes back down. Forward to the hands again. Bring the toes to the floor. Forward to your hands, and then bring your weight to your toes. One more time, come forward to your hands, and then back to the toes, and then come down to all fours. And just move around, shake your legs a little bit. And I want to take this just a little bit further. One last thing before we move on. Let's take this into Dolphin. So why don't you come down to the forearms again. Now with your forearms on the floor, you can keep the forearms parallel, palms down, or press the palms together, whatever suits you best. Keep the elbows shoulder width distance apart. Now with your hands pressing down, tuck the toes of both feet, lift your knees and bring your hips up high, and just keep the hands pressing down. Now take it further if you can. You can walk the feet forward, get the hips as high as possible, and just go back and forth with your legs. Dip your knees down to the floor, touch down lightly, and then bring your hips up high. Knees come down again, and then lift back up. Touch the knees to the floor, press your hips up high, bring your knees down again, and then lift back up. Bring your knees to the floor one more time, and then lift up high. And now from here, just try to curl everything as much into a ball as you can. We're going to take this toward a baby crow. Just get as close as possible. Now with your hands pressing down, walk your feet forward, bend your knees. Heels are lifted. Now bring the thighs toward the sides of your ribs and target the knees for the armpits. You're trying to touch your knees to your arms. If you can find that contact, look forward, start to lean. Maybe lift your feet up off the floor. And however far you take this, go ahead, release. Bring your knees down and come up onto your hands. Take a moment here to breathe. And I know that baby crow shape is pretty intense. If you didn't quite get there, don't sweat it too much. Just coming close is definitely going to work your compression. But that is it for the 10-minute warm-up for this round, so thank you very much.